guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Workspace video. I love Workspace videos, so I'm so excited to do this one. Yeah, let's begin. So first of all, I'll do 180 of the place. That's kind of one of my work areas, and right there is where my boyfriend Lopi works. He's gone today, so he doesn't have his computer up there. He stands to work for the most part. I've tried it and I couldn't do it because I was just straining my arms too much, because drawing is a bit different than typing. And then we got the cat tree, and then under there is the cat bed and more cat tree. And this is usually where I work because the kotatsu is super warm. If you guys don't know what a kotatsu is, it's basically just like a table with a futon or like a duvet on it, and underneath, I don't know if you could see it, but there's a heater under there, and it is super comfy and super warm, especially, you know, living in Canada. It's pretty warm in Canada where we live, but we live right near the ocean, so it gets kind of cold. Anyways, so let's start over here. That's the kitchen in there. I close it because the cats get crazy. And that is my 30-day shred goal mark. Let's see if I can actually finish it, and I'll do a video on that. So first of all, I got all of my canvases and stuff, and I got my tripod. And under here, I need to get some totes for under here because it just looks like a hot mess. In here I got my chipboards, which is basically just like cardboard. I use it for backing for my prints. In this one, I basically just have a bunch of these rigid photo mailers, like flat mailers. And then that is just the upper part for my seat. I need to move that. And then that's my camera bag. And then back there I have an old portfolio full of my old stuff. Actually, I have a couple portfolios of my old stuff, and then there's another portfolio right there. So yeah, and then my computer tower is under there, and some cat fluff. And I got like all my tax documents and everything. I save everything that I spend my money on so that I can take it into the tax man and get some of my money back that they took for paving ridiculous things that don't need to be paved and whatnot. This is just a little office drawer thing that I got for free. I don't use it as often as I could. I got some LEDs in there, some post-its, little clips and whatnot. And in here, just some more little bits. I have this Copic marker forever and I haven't refilled it. I used it up within like no time. And there's just some secret documents. And then I got all of my stuff. I got mineral spirits for my oil paints, fixative. A lot of this stuff I had given to me. I'm lucky enough to have some other artist friends, and I have one artist friend who works at an art store, and she often gives me things that she doesn't use anymore. And then yeah, I got some powdered graphite in here, and a little Fiona figurine. More stuff for oil painting, clear ceiling stuff. So this is basically like if I wanted to paint on something like a wood canvas, I would seal it first with this. Linseed oil, got some ink here, a random pencil that's completely out of place. This is the ruler that I use for measuring everything and anything. I got a cutting board here. I got my my to-do list. I actually recently purchased an Erin Condren planner so that I can actually organize my stuff half decent, because yeah, this is not this is too much for, like, I have so much stuff that I'll just forget about and it drives me nuts. So I'm waiting on that planner. It should take probably forever. So yeah. Some old pictures of me and my boyfriend, a little Sailor Moon sticker, some Doctor Who swag, Totoro stuffs, some beetles from Thailand, and there's a little picture of my grandparents when they got married. I love my grandparents so much, they're the best. And And then I got my old trusty MacBook Pro here. I happened to buy it the year that it was a model that you couldn't plug in another screen into it, so I couldn't plug my Cintiq into it without it basically just shutting off constantly. So I would try and do art or like commissions and it would be shutting off like 15 times a day and I'd lose so much work and it was so frustrating. I would go for like a half an hour and I would forget to save and it would crash and I'd have to do another half hour's work of the exact same thing, which if you're an artist you will know that that is like the most infuriating thing ever. I've actually like just have like broken down and cried when it did it. So I had to invest in one of these dealios. I still like, I really like Apple for its like user interface. It's so just, it works. Like it's so simple and you know, they don't beat around the bush. They don't make things just ridiculous. PC, I'm still not a crazy fan of, but at least I can like play Minecraft and whatnot on it and I can do things on it, have a million things going at the same time and you won't hear it chugging away or burning through your burning a hole into your desk basically. I use like little decorations here and there to decorate my area to make it kind of like a happy environment. I am so crazy affected by my environment. I need to have some light, like I can't be in a basement suite. It makes me so depressed and I can't be in like airports or malls for prolonged periods of time. So I definitely wanted to make this space somewhere that I could be happy at and I feel like I'm pretty happy here. Look at cherry blossoms outside. That's pretty. There's my Sailor Moon Proplica. I got some James Jean wine here. And that's the pen for my tablet. And I got a couple of speakers that we got when we were in Thailand. Got some minerals going on. And the background from Howl's Moving Castle, cat, and the wireless keyboard, regular mouse, and my Cintiq. I think it's called the 12WX. I got a couple of flowery bits. Those two are not looking good. That African violet has been just like buggered since I got it, so I don't know, maybe it's time to toss it. And that one was amazing until my cat knocked it over and broke all the leaves, so that's awesome. Alright, so over here I got my scanner. I'm currently working my butt off to get a printer, and for now, like I don't even know where I'd fit it, honestly, maybe underneath my desk, but for now I got the scanner. I just got that this year, so that was like a huge upgrade. I can actually scan my stuff instead of just taking pictures of it. And here's my drawer unit that I got from IKEA. In the top drawer used to be like jam-packed, which actually it still looks jam-packed, but I sit over there now too, so I store a bunch of my stuff over there. So I got some duct tape back there, and this is tape that I basically use for the edges of my canvases if I don't paint them. And then I got some X-Acto refills, a bunch more tape. I got little moleskin journals that I want to draw on to sell. And here I have my old business cards, which look like that. And then I got some little shipping things so that I don't have to fill them out at the office there, at the post office. And then I got some watercolor, Prismacolor pencils, some Faber-Castell pastels, and some fragile stickers. I have some Manic Panic dye in here apparently. I thought that was paint. Some little acrylic paints, Loki's old busted yo-yo, USB. This is a ink pad. I grabbed these on a hike the other day and I was saving them to do a drawing of them. They've shriveled up a bunch, but they look so much cooler like that. And I didn't know this, but these ferns, I think they're called sword ferns or something like that. And look at the spores on them. Is that not the coolest thing ever? And they're organized in the most beautiful way, like perfect lines going all the way up. Anyways, I just thought that was cool. And then I got some colored mechanical pencil refills in there, an X-Acto knife. I got some stamps. I got a little Sit Sprite stamp, which I love. And then I got this collection of cards from different artists, and got some stamps, some little mini art cards, and yeah. Next drawer. Next drawer is basically just a bunch of paintbrushes. I wish I could store my paintbrushes out, but somebody likes eating them, so I can't. I also got some incense that we brought back from Thailand, and there's a map of places that, you know, we want to go, and you basically scratch off where you've been. Then I got some watercolor paints in here. This is basically a little kit that I can take with me. Here, let me open it. It's really kind of a pain in the butt to open, but once you get used to it, it's okay. And then just, yeah, a bunch of paintbrushes and some extra paints going on in there. Oh yeah, and this, which is amazing, I got this at a Comic-Con, and it's great. Just put all your pencils in there and then roll it up. My mom got it for me because she's a champion and I love her. I would love her even if she didn't buy me stuff, but and then in this drawer I keep some more flat mailers, basically just a couple of small ones. I got a bunch of watercolor samples in here that my friend Sarah gave me, the one that works at the art shop. And then over here I got things that, oh, that number's not right anymore. I got things that I have to put up on the store for sale, and things that I have to ship, basically. And then these are ones that I've just gotten ready for the gallery show. And everything underneath is basically just nonsense. This is a refill for my oil palette. Nope, you are not jumping on that. And then in here, I basically have just, you know, works of art that I finished or haven't finished, things that I'm, you know, that haven't sold yet, or yeah, just random pieces like that. These are things that I have finished but haven't sold. I also got a couple pieces of paper in there that I haven't used yet. And then in here I got my large cello bags. And then I have my prints underneath and some prints in here. And some of my boyfriend's hair, which is everywhere. My boyfriend's hair is much longer than mine, and it's just, it gets all over the place, and the cat's hair. It's annoying. And this is that drawer that we all have. That's just a clusterfuck of pretty much everything. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this area here. My cat looks like an egg. Hi, Fluffers. Alright, so now I'm gonna go over here. I store some of my stuff in here, mainly just video games. I have some frames there with some art in it that I'm gonna be putting up for the art show. That's my watercolor jar. I put it there because my cats will knock it off if I put it anywhere else. Cats. And yeah, just some additional other stuff that isn't relative to the thing. And then up here, since I don't have frames for anything yet, I would love to get frames, but honestly, like, getting a printer is more important to me right now. I'm always wanting to level up my work and career and putting money back into my art as opposed to my personal wants. Even though I bought the prints, I don't have frames for them, so yeah. This is Sachin Tang. He's one of my all-time favorite artists. He is just absolutely incredible. That's one of my paintings that I have one layer left to do on it. I put it up there to dry, and then I'm shipping it off because it already sold. And then that's James Jean, more James Jean. That's an old painting of mine, and my boyfriend's grandparents who passed away, and my uncle who passed away. And then I got my big sketchbook here that I've had for a while, and it's actually taken me considerable amount of time to do anything in it. I don't know why. I think it's just like so big and awkward that I just, yeah, like these are so old. They just look not good to me anymore. I really like this one. But yeah, most of these just look terrible to me now. And those are somewhat recent. My half-finished Tesla tattoo design. I love Tesla. Tesla's a badass. I got my scent diffuser there. I really want to get sage because I feel so inspired when I smell sage for some reason, but so far I have lavender and a walk through the woods, which smells like a walk through the woods here in on the island. The woods smell amazing here. And that's a painting that I have yet to finish. And yeah, okay. So also, these chairs are amazing. You can snap them all the way back, like all the way down, so you can actually like sleep on them. All right, so in here, I have my Van Gogh watercolor set, which comes with all the primary colors. I think it was like maybe 50 something, or I don't know, something along those lines. The colors are amazing, no doubt about that, but I quickly realized, and I said this in my other video, that this area is just too small for me and all the colors just kind of merge together. There's not enough separation. So what I did was I took all those watercolors and the existing watercolor set that I had for like 5+6 years maybe, and I poured all the paints, all the different shades into all these different sections, and it's worked so much better for me. And colors that I found that I was using a lot, like having to mix a lot, I bought the tubes separately and I put them in their own things. So I used purple and light blue and pink a lot, so I bought those separately as opposed to having them in the kit. And I just used the paintbrush that came with the Van Gogh set, and it works pretty good. This one is like a cheap $2 crappy brush. I got it from Michael's. I don't suggest buying any crappy brushes because they suck. Currently I don't have a brush that's similar to this, so no. He loves eating my paintbrushes and it drives me freaking insane. And then up here I usually just store things that I'm not finished with drawing, or bits of paper that I want to draw on. There's a little calcifer guy, but I messed up right there on the smoke area, so I'm gonna have to fix that or redo it. You want under? It's not on right now, so. Okay, and then I have this stack of paper that I've been going through. This is just the paper that I got at the art store. They were having a sale, so I grabbed it. And then I got my Prismacolor pencil set. This is 72 pencils. There's a gum wrapper in there. And this might come in handy if you use pencils a lot. I got this extender, which is really super handy. I just got this from the art store. And then back there I have just my big pieces of paper and my Bristol paper, my watercolor paper. And then I have a bunch of sketchbooks in here, and also just like paper pads that I can rip the paper out of. Here's my watercolors, and I have my lip chap here when my lips get chapped. My friend Sarah from the art shop gave me this because it was broken. They're Conte, and they're pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan, but I still like trying them out. Here's some Indian ink for when I need to use that. And then I got some of my books in there. So this is where I kind of keep my shipping supplies. I like having them right next to me because it keeps me from being a procrastinator, because it's so easy to just reach back and grab all of my stuff that I need to use. Forgot this. So here are the plastic bags that I usually put my art in. I have about 5 different sizes of them. These are only 3 right here. And then I put like a chipboard in with them, or I'll put a mat board, which is just basically like, you know, the matting from in a picture frame. My friend Sara, again, Sara hooks me up all the time. She's so rad. She gives me basically the inside cutouts that they get and they don't use, so I get to use them for shipping my art, and they're super sturdy. So I suggest if you're an artist and you're looking for backing to ship your stuff out, try going to like a framing shop, and ask them if they have any mat boards that you could just take, like mat cutouts that are scraps from previous things, and just explain to them, you know, what you're going to use them for. So yeah, and then after I package those up, I put it in one of these brown mailer dealios that I ordered in bulk from Staples. I stamp each one of them, and I have a fat stack of them. And then yeah, those mailers that I have over there are just basically bigger versions of these. These are my smaller ones, and I can fold them to whatever size. And so yeah, I got my scissors, I got my stamp pad. It's pigmented ink, so as you can see on the craft paper, it stands out decently well. That was one of the darker ones, so you couldn't see it as well, but you get the gist. And I got some of my Canada Post shipping tape, and then I got washi tape to seal up the things. It just adds a little bit of color. And then in here, I got my Kiki's Delivery Service cup. And I basically just have all of my things that I use frequently. So I use all of these Copic markers quite frequently. I don't use this like ever, so I need to get that out of there. I got some refills for my Pentel brush pen, which is this, but my Pentel brush pen just broke, so I'm waiting to get a new one. This is my other Pentel brush pen, which does pretty much the same thing, except for not as well, and it is not water resistant like the other one. And so yeah, I got like little paint brushes. I got just a regular pens in here because I find myself always needing to write stuff. In the other video I talked about these. These are my Jelly Roll pens, and they are amazing. You can paint on top of like watercolor paintings with them. They're super high quality, like super high pigmented and all that awesome stuff. And they're a pastel because y'all know I love my pastels. The other stuff I use quite frequently is in this little Totoro case. So in here I basically got my kneaded eraser, and I got a couple of little brush pens and micron pens, all different sizes. Mostly all of them are black. I just have the one pink one. And I got one of these guys, which is pretty awesome, and it's basically just a lead in there, but you twist the end and the lead comes out and you just get lead refills, which I kind of like because I don't like the added waste for wood in regular pencils. I like to have just the one thing that I'm going to keep forever and then have the lead refills instead of wasting the wood. And then I got a bunch of pencils in here that are made from recycled newspaper. It looks like it's pretty much Japanese and Chinese newspapers. And then that's pointless being there. I apparently have like some of my jewelry in here because I always have it with me, so that's all. And then I have like the regular pens in there. I have Sharpies. A bunch of stuff I don't need. Why is this in here? I have my scent stuff that I can put on my wrists for when I'm not feeling good. So yeah, that's basically it from there. Also, I have my mechanical pencil, which I refill with colored lead or just regular lead. I love using I love using mechanical pencils because they're just, you can get the tiniest details and don't have to worry about sharpening your pencil constantly. And then I got some Fisherman's Friend, and I got a little thing here that just has the stuff that I need to do. And then in here, I have my oil paints, if I can open it. There we go. Whew, that smells. So in here I just have all of my oil paints. I have this thing that I put them in that keeps them fresh. It's basically just like a palette. I have a paper liner at the bottom, which I just take out and toss out once I'm done. And the paints usually stay good for quite a while if you seal them up, so I'm not wasting paint. And yeah, here's all of my oil, well, most of my oil paints. And that's where I keep it, and I like the fact that I can seal it up because, as you probably have guessed by now, my cats are just assholes and decide that they want to destroy my life, so I have to keep everything safeguarded. So as for the furniture and stuff you see, basically I need to get a better light for sitting there, to be honest. That I just got from Target, and that shelf I got used. This was on clearance at IKEA a long time ago, and I marked it with my paint. And then this entire thing we pretty much built. The chairs I got from a lady that used them as yoga chairs. They were apparently supposed to be used as fishing boat chairs. It sucks because I did so much research on these Zaisu chairs, is what they're called, and it costs a fortune to get them shipped from Japan. So unfortunately I couldn't get super cute ones. I do plan on getting a different pattern on top of them and just kind of revamping them eventually, but I didn't want to wait to record this. The rug I got for cheap from Target. I try and not shop at places like Target, and I haven't shopped at Walmart in like, I don't even know how many years. I hate supporting companies like that. I just think they're awful, but you know, on occasion I'll cave, and now I won't be able to cave anymore because Target is leaving Canada. Woohoo! So the futon, excuse me, the futon, or this blanket here, they call them futons in Japan, I got from jlist.com, which I'll put a link to it in the description. They sell a ton of awesome Japanese stuff, so I buy a lot of stuff from them. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you guys here too. Here I use my boyfriend's old laptop. He has a new one now. He's a programmer, so he has to have updated computers. So luckily enough, we both use this one because it doesn't crash as often as my old one does. And I got my phone case there that I pretty much always have near me. It's always on silent though because I really don't like being bothered when I'm in my space. In the mornings and at night I usually turn it on just in case I get a call from my mom for an emergency. And I have my little table, and I always have my massive water bottle there. I drink about 2 or 3 of those a day, and my DS, and have a bunch of my vitamins. For the heater underneath the table, I just found a seller on Amazon to order the heater from. I think it was about 70 to 90 bucks, somewhere in there. And the table itself, my boyfriend and his papa, or his grandpa, built it together, and it was pretty cheap. I think it was, well, it wasn't crazy cheap. I think it was like 60 bucks, but that's comparing it to a cheap plastic kotatsu that I would have to go over to Vancouver to buy and spend almost $200 on. This is so much better. Hi! Hi, baby girl. You cutie puss. The chair I got from Staples. The entire desk setup I got from IKEA. That includes like this lac table on top and little shelf unit. It works pretty good. We try and keep our cats off of going on that shelf there because otherwise it'll fall over. It happened once and it was terrible. So as you can see, he's got a weight back there to keep it down in case they do decide to go on there. The computer I got from Future Shop, and I think that's pretty much it for furniture. Alright, so we were just in there, and now we are over here, the closet. This is where I keep a bunch of my storage supplies. This isn't all of my storage supplies, I'm just going to say that now. I have some that have taken over my own personal closet, which really sucks, but I'm currently working on getting a better system going on. Like, I need to get a better shelving system going on in there so I can store all my old stuff. This is all stuff that I'm not shipping to people, like, in there. That's why it's kind of stored like that. And like, yeah, there's my old watercolor set. And I got like Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards in there. It's just, yeah, basically, yeah, this is how I store my shipping stuff for now. For now. And our massive board game collection that goes super way far back there. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And yeah, just let me know if there's anything else you guys want to see. Come on. Hi. Alright, have a good day, guys.